You can feel it, can't you? A deep shift, like a lock finally turning. This moment found you for a reason. The long pause is over, and the universe is now nodding in agreement. That situation which seemed frozen is beginning to thaw with a deliberate and focused energy. The time for waiting is dissolving, making room for a new chapter defined by forward motion. That inner stirring, you've noticed the quiet pull in your chest, the sense of something approaching, just your inner compass picking up a true signal. It's the tangible feeling of a story changing its rhythm. Imagine the breath a runner takes just before the starting gun. That's the specific energy now filling the space around you. The heavy, stagnant air of delay is clearing, replaced by the fresh, electric current of decision. What's causing this change? The person connected to you has faced a quiet revolution within. Life brought them to a stark, simple crossroads in their mind where every excuse finally ran out. In that raw honesty, they saw a clear picture. Continuing to hide their truth has become a greater burden than the vulnerability of revealing it. You are no longer just a thought they cherish, you have become a quiet conviction they can no longer set aside. This is the fundamental truth they are grappling with. Real love is not a silent spectator. It is a voice that must speak. It requires bravery. It demands clarity. It needs steps to be taken. Their internal debate has transformed. They've moved past wondering about their feelings and are now facing a more powerful question: what kind of person do I choose to be, one who acts on truth, or one who is ruled by fear? They've weighed the memories, the connection, and the stark reality of what it would mean to let it fade forever. This is the source of the urgency you perceive. Their private breakthrough is resonating across the distance between you, changing the very fabric of your connection. They are stepping out of the shadow of inaction and into the light of their own authenticity. Here is what this means for your journey now. This phase is not a passive wait for an outcome. It is active confirmation that you are part of a story where hearts are choosing integrity over comfort. Your own sense of anticipation is proof that profound, honest growth is occurring. There is solid peace in knowing that whatever unfolds next will be built from a place of courage and conscious choice, not from fear or fantasy. You are witnessing love in its most powerful form, becoming brave. They attempted to believe silence was safer, but every quiet moment only made the truth louder. You remained in their thoughts not by their design, but because your presence became a part of their inner world, unshakable and real. This clarity did not come softly. It arrived with force, revealing the true price of hesitation and the heavy emptiness of chances not taken. That understanding broke through their stillness. It awakened them to a simple, urgent fact: some opportunities fade, and some bonds are too significant to hold lightly. Now, even with an unsteady heart, they are leaning toward action. This step isn't reckless or rushed. It comes from a place of certainty. They aren't moving out of confusion or habit, they are moving because what is real has finally overcome what is fearful. This isn't a hesitant toe in the water. This is a step taken with both feet, guided by honesty. That step may not look perfect. Their words may stumble. They might arrive feeling vulnerable, clumsy, or afraid of your reaction. Yet beneath any awkwardness will be something real, and in matters of the heart, genuine feeling matters more than perfect delivery. What moves mountains isn't polish, it's the truth carried in the attempt. While this change stirs within them, you are also being called not to wait anxiously, but to prepare inwardly. Preparation doesn't mean lowering your guard or forgetting what you've learned. It means standing firmly in your own peace. It means choosing response over reaction, wisdom over worry. It means holding space without losing yourself. You are not being asked to repeat the past, but to meet the present with the strength you've gained. You have changed since the last chapter. So have they. That growth is what makes this moment entirely new. You may start to feel subtle shifts, a sudden sense of relief, unexpected synchronicities, or quiet moments of emotional release. These are often the whispers of change happening beneath the surface, before anything appears in plain sight. Realignment begins within before it takes shape outside. This journey is about more than romance. It's about integrity. It's about breaking old cycles and speaking where silence once lived. Both of you have been shaped by time and experience, and that shaping has not been wasted. It has built the foundation for something more aware, more intentional, and more resilient than before. So let this settle softly into your spirit. You are not behind. You are not an afterthought. You are not stuck. The pause was not denial, it was divine timing. The quiet was not emptiness, it was incubation. Every challenge you faced was quietly building the courage and clarity needed for what is now coming to pass. The path is clearing. Motion is underway. Truth is finding its voice. What felt beyond reach is now coming near. You did not force this. The moment has simply ripened. Keep your heart steady and your eyes clear. Trust what you feel. This turn is real, and the move toward you has already begun. Each time they heard your name, something turned inside them. It was deliberate. It was a pull they could not ignore, a quiet interruption that always led back to you. In dreams, your face appeared not as fantasy, but as a vivid echo of something true. And when they tried to turn toward another path, everything felt still and colorless. No warmth, no pull, just a hollow space nothing else could fill. All along, a quiet truth was echoing within them: I made this one for you. They argued with that voice. They buried themselves in noise, in work, in the company of others, anything to escape its persistence. Yet the more they resisted, the stronger it grew. Your name surfaced in songs, in stray thoughts, in moments of quiet. Your memory lived like a gentle pulse they couldn't silence. No matter where they went, an unseen thread kept drawing them back. In the end, exhaustion set in, it from the weight, but from the fight. They asked for a final nudge, something they couldn't explain away. And the answer arrived not as a sign outside, but as a settling inside. Now, this is beyond quiet yearning. This is intention taking form. They are not only reflecting, they are resolving. They are weighing words, rehearsing honesty, closing their eyes and seeing the moment they speak. Anxiety may rise, but beneath it runs a stronger current. Do not wait again. When direction comes from something greater, no barrier can ultimately hold. Not doubt, not years, not miles. What is destined will arrive. That is why everything feels alive around you now. They are readying themselves to speak, to text, to call, to arrive and say what has long been silent. It may be messy. It may be emotional. It will be sincere. And now, your part is not to wonder, but to remain rooted in the wisdom you've earned. You have learned to guard your peace. You have learned to recognize what is true. That clarity is your strength. Let whatever comes meet the grounded, whole person you are now. This is not a test, it is a revelation. An offering of a heart that has stopped hiding. A step taken in truth, toward truth. They will talk about the tug, the one that became too strong to dismiss. They sensed your quiet prayers. They felt your presence even when you were gone. This won't be casual. This holds gravity. This goes beyond catching up or settling old questions. This is a reunion heaven itself watched over, kept safe through distance, through silence, through passing years. That connection was never lost. It was stored away, protected, which is why everything now seems to be moving faster. God's timing often feels like a long, still wait, until it shifts all at once. One day, calm. The next, motion. That is where you stand now. Expect the unexpected. If emotions rise quickly, let them. When a heart has been closed too long, opening it can feel like a storm. Words might spill out before they are polished. Tears might come before explanations. But beneath it will be something pure. Their quiet was not closure. Their pause was not surrender. Even when you couldn't see it, grace was working in the hidden places. They had glimpses of truth that shook them. Moments that left them restless. Awakenings that made the old act impossible to keep up. They tried to walk away, but a quiet knowing walked with them. They tried to fit another person into the space you held, but nothing aligned. You were never just an option, you were an answer. A purpose. Part of their path. Now the pretending stops. The holding back ends. They are moving with conviction, spiritually certain, emotionally raw, and finally stepping out of thought and into action. You might feel this change before you see its sudden clarity, a soft pull at your heart, a wave of calm where there was once unease. Your soul recognizes what your eyes have yet to witness. Assurance doesn't always speak. Sometimes it just rests inside you. The season of wondering is closing. The time of silence is turning. You are approaching a moment that was guarded with care. This is the turning point where things start to make sense. Meet this not with fear, but with quiet readiness. What comes will not be rushed or empty. It will be true. It will be sacred. It will be guided. They saw you, not just the you everyone sees, but the soul beneath. They recognized the person meant for them, and something in their spirit softened. No one else has ever touched that same place within them. That realization never faded. Heaven kept it alive in glimpses, in whispers, in the quiet that always led back to you. They are moving with care now. They are praying for guidance, thinking through their words, because they understand the weight of this moment. They want to handle this with honor, not haste. When the time is right, heaven makes the way. This is no longer a maybe. The uncertainty has lifted. What remains is clear movement toward what is true. You will hear it in their voice. You will feel it in your spirit. It may bring tears, not from sadness, but from the relief of something real finally being spoken. So here is your permission: rest. Breathe deeply. You don't have to strain for what was already written for you. You don't have to plead for what was promised long ago. What is yours by design will find you at the right moment. What was once concealed is now coming to light. What was once held back is now gaining speed. The season of waiting is drawing to a close. Motion has already started. This is more than a love story. This is a reclaiming. This is a divine fit. This is love arriving not as a question, but as an answer, exactly as it was meant to be.